¿Qué tal, raza? Estamos de vuelta con otro episodio más Entre Humo y Charlas. As y'all can see, we're in a different place. We rented out this studio que como que no está sirviendo, güey. No mames.
No lo rentamos, lo compramos.
Yeah. We wish. Fuck that shit. Hell no. But it's not working out. 2 hours later, like they said, 2 hours later, finally starting it. My bad for the wait, Sorry about it. Pero sí, it's another episode, another good person here to talk to us. ¿O no, Beto?
Así es. Bienvenidos a otro episodio de Entre Humo Y Charlas. En esta ocasión tenemos a Hot Shrimp Mami.
¿Cómo no?
Se especifica en ventas de camarón, langosta, papas, elotes.
Más bien,
cangrejo.
Déjala que ella diga lo que es. Yeah, there you go.
Calamari, mussels,
Mojarras.
mojarras fritas.
Yeah, well, for the people who may not know you or what you do, can you let them know a little bit about yourself and like what do you do?
Yeah, of course. So my name's Adriana Salazar. I have a food truck. It's called Hot Shrimp Mami. I'm open in the city of Pasadena. We're there Wednesday through Sundays from 12 to 8 p.m. and we sell Cajun seafood. I'm LA's first Cajun seafood truck. We sell all kinds of Cajun seafood. I don't know if you've ever been to the boiling crab, but pretty much it's the same thing as the boiling crab, but on wheels because I am a food truck. And we sell shrimp, peeled shrimp, head-on shrimp, crab legs, snow crab legs, king crab legs, mussels, clams, oysters. We'll be having new items to the menu pretty soon, like probably next week. We have corn, sausage, potatoes, boiled eggs, ramen, and yeah, pretty much.
De todo.
You have ramen?
Yeah, we have ramen.
Damn. How's the ramen?
It's pretty good. And garlic bread. Yeah,
De todo, como dije. It's fuck. Hey, we have to go. We haven't went. We need to show up.
Yeah, you guys need to
We gotta go and taste it.
Does Entre Humo Y Charlas get like a 5% discount?
You guys probably get like $1 discount because you guys made me wait like 2 hours here, but yeah.
Hey, $1 es $1.
Yeah, it's true. El taxo. Yeah.
Technical difficulties. My bad.
tax.
Sorry.
Y si pago por Zelle, no pago taxes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And well, you, where did you grow up? You grew up right here in LA, or where are you from?
I was actually born in Guadalajara, Jalisco. I came here when I was 3 years old. I'm currently on DACA, so I'm a dreamer. I don't know if you know what that is.
I know a
You have
little bit
dreams?
about it, but not a lot.
Plenty of dreams. Yeah, so I'm on DACA, so it stands for Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. So it's pretty much anybody that was born in Mexico and migrated to the USA. You can apply for that permit. I think you have to be here before 2017, I believe so. I'm not sure, but you have to be here before a certain year. You have to have graduated from high school también. What else? I forgot all the requirements, but pretty much that's how I got my permit. I've been on that permit for I think about like 10 years already. We're waiting for a pathway to citizenship, which we haven't heard anything about it, but I'm a dreamer. I came here when I was like 3-4 years old, and I grew up in Northside. I grew up by San Francisco. It's by Stockton. Well, in Stockton by San Francisco, I grew up over there. And then I came to Pasadena when I was like 15 years old. Right now I'm 30, but I've been here for 15 years already. Yeah.
15 years. Damn.
Yeah.
So you said over there in Stockton?
Yeah, Stockton, California.
So, wait, am I tripping, or is that where like Nate Diaz is from too, or am I tripping? You know who that is?
The UFC fighter?
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck he's
No,
I don't know.
my bad. No, but damn, that's dope. And then 15 years out here in LA.
Yeah,
How has
I've
that
been
been? Like
Pasadena. Definitely was the best. The best choice I could have made with my parents, because over here there's a lot of more opportunities for growth. Over there son puros ranchitos, puros ranchitos. There's not really much you can do. And right here it's LA. It's the city of dreams.
completely different.
Different
Yeah.
vibes. There's so much more opportunities over here. I've got to network. I met new people. I know a lot of people all over. I have a lot of friends everywhere. So it was a good thing we came over here.
People say like it's easy though, like it's really hard, out here as well. Like people say like there's a lot of opportunities out here, like for example, like Hollywood and all those stuff. Like if you don't have connections, if you don't like put in the effort or the work, you're not gonna get anywhere.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you in that way too, because there's a lot of people that are immigrants and they come over here from like Mexico and stuff like that, and they don't know. They're scared. They're scared of la migra. They're scared of ICE and stuff like that. And realistically, I don't know if you know, but Los Angeles, it's the city of Angelinos. We're protected, so they don't have ICE here. I don't know if you knew that. So that's Los Angeles City. We're protected from the migra, from the ICE. Right. But like I said, there's a lot of opportunities, but you have to go out there and look for them,
Right.
Pero yo he escuchado que donde venden la masa en la amapola, que ha llegado la
I
migra
have
various
no idea.
times.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So I don't know.
Here in LA or where?
Here in LA.
Really? I
No.
didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Or maybe it was a myth,
Yeah, maybe.
Was it hard to adapt? Well, both coming from like when you Mexico to here, and then from like over there from Stockton from
Well,
Northside
when
to
I
over
was
here.
little, like I said, I don't remember much because I was little. I was 4 years old, and we moved. Like I said, we lived in Stockton. So over there, I mean, as far as I remember, I mean, it was to me it didn't matter. But once I grew older, once I was like 14, and we're like, oh, we're moving to Pasadena because that's where I moved to. I was like, oh, I don't want to leave because you have your friends over there. You grew up over there.
Right.
Pretty much, I grew up over there, and I didn't want to leave. But then once I was over here, well, my cousins lived here and stuff like that. I have family like in Highland Park, Garden Grove, San Bernardino, so all over Southern California. So once we got here, I was like, all right, this is the best choice I could have made. And like I said, I went to middle school here, high school here, and then I went to some college. And then, well, yeah, here I am.
I have a question for you. Do you think that DACA has helped you in your life to this point in your life?
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
I feel like it has helped me out in a lot of ways where once I was DACA, I was able to work at an actual job. Before DACA, I was working in Los Callejones. I had a job in Los Callejones. I was working like 7 days a week in the Callejones from like 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., taking 3 buses to get home. It was definitely like a long day for me. So when I was working there, because obviously I didn't have DACA, I didn't have no permit, and I was getting paid cash under the table. But once I was able to get DACA, I applied to Nordstrom. So I got hired with Nordstrom. And to me, it felt like a completely new thing to me. I was happy. I was grateful. I was thankful because it was just like, oh my God, like, I'm protected. There's no way I can get kicked out of the USA. So once I was working at Nordstrom, I entered as a women's department. I entered in the sales department in the women's department. And once from there, I saw some people like running out the store chasing shoplifters. So I was like, I want to do that. So then I asked some guy like, hey bro, like, how do you get to be in that position you're in? Oh, you just apply for it. I'm
Loss
like,
prevention?
yeah, loss prevention. And I was like, do you need to go to school? He's like, no, you want to try it? I'm like, yeah, I want to apply. So as soon as an opportunity opened up, I applied for it and I got the position. So from there, like they train you, they teach you and all that stuff. So believe it or not, but I became the top 4th agent in the region for Nordstrom stores for loss prevention. I was really, really good. So that's when I started working there. I was working my social and stuff like that. From there, I started going to college. I went to college. I wanted to be a firefighter paramedic. So I went to college. I was doing that. I became an EMT. Long story short, I ended up hurting my back. I have a herniated disc, so I had to leave Nordstrom. So I left Nordstrom. I did workers' comp, and I left Nordstrom. And then from there, I just started nannying. I started babysitting. I started nannying in Brentwood, Pacific Palisades, and I met a lot of famous people over there. And from there, I told myself, like, honestly, I don't think I ever want to work for somebody else because, like, you get to see, you know what I mean? And I think that honestly motivated me to be the person who I am today because I told myself, like, at any other job, they can fire you, you can leave, and you're replaceable.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree.
You're replaceable. So from there, honestly, to me, I'm thankful that I am on DACA now because it's opened up so many opportunities, so many new things. Actually, I got hired with LA County Fire Department. I was supposed to start last month. Last month. I was supposed to start last month with LA County Fire Department, but I didn't do it because of my job that I have now, my business, and it's just too much. I couldn't handle it.
All right.
How did Hot Shrimp Mommy start?
Hot Shrimp Mami started back in 2021, I believe 2021. I started selling from my house. I was selling every time there was an event at the Rose Bowl. Since I live in Pasadena, we have events at the Rose Bowl and people start selling stuff, their food and stuff. So I started selling ceviches, aguachiles. And so one time I was at my house, and I came across a Cajun seafood recipe online and I started messing with it. So I made some for my house. My tia was there. Everybody tried it and everybody was like, oh my God, it's so good. And I was all like, what if I start selling? Let me post it. So I go on Instagram and I post it. Would anybody be interested in buying $20 boiling crab bags? And everybody would be like, yeah. So I told my mom the following weekend, I tried it. I tried it on the weekend. I sold some. The following weekend, I tried it by platters. I started selling every weekend. So I was all like, what if I open up a lunch truck and of boiling crab? Like, I think that'll be amazing, My mom's all like, go for it. So from there, I started working 3 jobs, 7 days a week for over a year so I can save up enough money to buy my business, to buy my lunch truck.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
How much was your lunch truck?
It was close to $100,000. Yeah.
So, you went for it. Like,
I had to hustle. I had to stop hanging around with friends. I had to stop going to dinner, stop shopping. Like my friends would always call me, let's do this. I can't, I'm working. On the weekend, my boss, what are you doing? I'm working. What are you doing next week? Working. Like I was always working because I was working 3 jobs. I was working a regular job Monday through Friday in an office. That Monday through Friday, another job in the evening, nanny. And then Saturday and Sunday, another job, nannying all day. So I was always busy. I didn't have time. Like I was just on it, working every week until I was able to save up enough money, to put the down payment and, to be where I'm at right now.
So como dicen, te amarraste los huevos and you're like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go all in, fucking anything I need.
Los ovarios, dice Jenny Rivera.
Los ovarios,
Yeah,
neta.
I had to. And my friends would always be like, oh my God, you're so boring. Or, oh my God, this. But, at the end of the day, you have to do sacrifices, short-term sacrifices to get long-term results. You know what I mean?
Have you ever encountered any bad clientele?
I have. Actually, I had a Karen. Some guy that's been going to the lunch truck. He went the first time the other day and he was like, do you sell a lot here? And I'm like, excuse me? He's like, do you sell a lot? And I'm like, yeah, we're okay. Why are you here? Why don't you go to a Target or a Walmart? And to me it was like, because I want to be here. Like, this is a good spot. Okay. And then he comes back like the next day talking about, this is the second time I ask you to move. I'm not going to ask you again. Like, next time you're not going to like it. Some old viejito guy.
But what is he, like an owner there? What is he?
No,
Like,
he's
just random?
nobody, a random person. And then he comes back again talking about, let me see your license. And I'm like, what? He's like, let me see your license. And I'm like, it's on the window. He's like, no, that doesn't say Pasadena. That says Irvine or something. And I was just like, that's the license. Like, who are you? Excuse me, who are you?
So you've only encountered that like once? Or?
Yeah, well, that client that keeps on going back. And he goes back like almost every week. And he just stands there in the corner just like looking at us, like looking.
You haven't tried to like burn them out in a way, like, hey, like this guy's here.
Well, the last time my boyfriend went and the guy told him stand up, and my boyfriend's all like no. So I don't know. I feel like the guy, I don't know, something's wrong with the guy definitely, because I feel like he's not all there. And my boyfriend went and he stood up in front of him and stood up next to him, and the guy was just like, oh, because he's tall, so I don't think I don't know if that kind of like freaked the guy out or something. But the guy goes back every weekend and he's just there just staring mad at the lunch truck.
Probably the smells bring him home. The smell.
Yeah, and then
Ya le gustó.
I know, huh? And then we've also had problems with the church. So I park right outside right outside a Catholic church in Pasadena. It's called St. Elizabeth. And when we were there, the lady in the front office told us that she told us that we can't park where we're parked at, that we have to move if it's possible down the street or to another street. And we said no, like, the la calle es de todos, es del público, no les pertenece al templo, And a couple times, and so we had to end up calling the cops, and the cops came and they said, where are your permits? I showed them all my information, and they said no. He said the street where you're parked at, it's for the public. You have the right to park there. The church can't tell you anything.
Maybe it's because the church sells food. And maybe the church people were buying from your lunch truck.
No, it's not that. And then the jardinero came and he had an encounter with my dad as well, just saying that somos unos puercos y que no sé qué tanto. Like, we clean up after ourselves before and after, like, we wrap up for the day or whatever.
You know why I think they do it?
Why?
Because, when somebody parks in front of a church, then later on, a lot of people start coming. More vendors start coming, so a lot of churches, what they do is that they do that on purpose para que no vengan muchos.
Well, actually, before us, there was a lunch truck there. It was a taco lunch truck. They used to sell like taquitos de asada and stuff like that. And they ended up leaving because they weren't selling enough. So they ended up leaving, but they never had problems with the church. So for some reason, they keep on bugging us. So the cops have literally came like 3 times already to tell them they cannot tell us anything. We can be there. You know what I mean? And it just sucks because us as Latinos, I did my first confirmation there. I used to go to the Grupo de Jóvenes there, to that church. That church, my mom goes to that church. Yeah, every Friday night I used to go to Grupo de Jóvenes, and it sucks that the own church doesn't want us there. We're all Latinos. Like, we're not doing anything to them. We're literally in the corner of the church. Like, the church is right here. We're in the corner.
I feel like if you're in the right, like, you're doing everything right, you shouldn't have a problem. Like, you should just continue doing what you're doing,
Yeah, and that's what we are. My dad says, no les hagas casos, do what you gotta do, and that's it. So, the padre goes, he passes by, and we just smile. Like, we have nothing against the church. Like I said, I grew up in Pasadena, like from 15 and on,
Right. So on your bio, well, I
Uh-huh.
see that Latina owned there. So are you proud of that? Or, and also, like, what inspired you to like open the
A
food
food truck.
Yeah.
So what inspired me? I used to have another food truck before this one. I had a birria one. This was pre-COVID, so I had opened up another lunch truck pre-COVID, and it was something I just decided to get into. I've always loved to cook since I was little. My family used to own a restaurant in Guadalajara and Mexico, and my mom has like 7 sisters or 8 sisters, and they all worked in the restaurant. So desde que yo estaba chiquita, I would always like to like do the dishes and be in the restaurant, you know.
And you learned how to cook, like,
And
watching.
Yeah,
and-
watching. So coming over here to the USA, I would always watch my mom cook because we're used to every tarde my mom has to make comida for my father in the evenings, you know. So I was used to being there with my mom, just watching her, and that's how I learned. And then eventually I learned how to cook, and I love to cook. So like I said, I had a birria lonchera, and things didn't work out. A lot of problems happened. I didn't have the right support system and stuff like that. So I ended up closing it down. Right before COVID started, I ended up closing it down. And then that's when I started selling from my house again, the ceviche and all that stuff. And then eventually I'm like, you know what? I'll do the Cajun seafood lonchera. It's going to work. I learned it along the way. From the first one, I learned how to do this. I learned how to manage. I learned this and this and that. I got it. I know how to do everything, you know?
Yeah.
It was, the first time I opened the lonchera, it was something totally new that I was just afraid. I was all like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know the permits. But then once I had that one, it was a learning lesson, a learning experience.
Yeah.
And now with the second one, I'm like, I can't give up. Like I know it's gonna hit. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try my best. And pues aquí estamos.
Yep.
Perfect. That's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
That's dope as fuck. That's inspiring as well. You know, you put all your effort into it. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like you went all in. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like there's some people who do that as well. Like myself too. Like you were asking me earlier. Like, oh, what do you do? Or you know, the grupo as well. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
put all my effort into this as well. You know, like I stopped working all that stuff to try to
Focus.
make it work and focus on it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I feel like that's the best recipe to success. Or try to like succeed in what you
Yeah.
what
Be
you want to do.
consistent and focus. Correct. I agree.
Consistency is key.
Yeah.
A question for you. So you built a recipe, or you did your own secret recipe, or is there a secret recipe like that? Obviously-
So like I said, I came across the recipe online. I
Okay.
kind of worked around it, changed some things, took some things off, and then that's how I perfected my recipe.
you made your recipe.
Yeah, correct.
Your secret
Question.
recipe.
How do you know it's when to stop? Because you know, usually a lot of people they're like, all right, I'm gonna add this, I'm gonna add this, maybe I do this, but then when is it that you know, okay, this is it?
Okay,
Ya
at
no
the
necesita
beginning,
falta nada.
at the beginning when I first tried it, the flavor was there, but it was salty. And then my mom's all like, maybe do this, do that. And then I tried it. Like I said, I messed with it until I was like, all right, this is good. I had my family try it, my friends try it. Oh, no, it's good. Leave it like it is. Don't change anything, you know? When I opened up my lunch trick, a lot of people were like, oh, you should add this. You should use crab oil. You should use this. Like, and my dad tells me, nope, everybody's going to tell you a lot of things. You do what you're doing and just keep it like that. So
Do you stay consistent with the same amount of seasoning or
yes,
amount?
yes.
Everything's consistent?
Yeah, everything's consistent. We have like a
You have,
measurement.
you have a portion already.
Yeah, we have a measurement of how many it is for 1 pound, for 2 pounds, for 3 pounds. So we know exactly how much portions go into the pounds.
What inspired your menu choices?
What inspired my menu, it's pretty much a mix of Mexican and Cajun flavors put together. Because we do have like the mojarra frita, which is the Cajun fried mojarra. That's Mexican. Obviously, the marisco is Mexican, but then the sauce is
ceviche.
Cajun, you know?
Okay.
The sauce is Cajun, you know, so that's what pretty much inspired my menu. I started off with Cajun seafood, and then from there I'm like, all right, what else can I add that's gonna be all Cajun? I wanted it to be Louisiana style, so I was all like, all right, let me look at the boiling crab, what they have, and then I saw that had a king crab legs, snow crab legs, mussels, you know, and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna add something similar, or I'm gonna add the same, and I just started messing with the menu, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna add ramen. The boiling crab didn't have ramen, now they do, but they didn't before. So I wanted to add ramen on my own. I added ramen. I added garlic bread. They don't have garlic bread. I see now they have eggs. I've been having eggs.
Like boiled eggs.
Yeah, boiled eggs. Yeah. So pretty much I copied some things from them. Like, you know, I saw some things they had and I decided to add it to my menu, and then that's how I came
You
across.
enhanced it to
Yeah,
your style,
correct.
to how you wanted it.
Yes.
And what's the most famous dish there that they have? Or that you have?
Right now it's the fried Cajun mojarra. So it's not your typical Mexican mojarra. No, it's a fried Cajun mojarra.
Sorry to cut you off, but even the name sounds appetizing. Like,
Yeah.
say it again. Like,
Fried Cajun mojarra.
damn.
It waters your mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it's just a fried mojarra, and it comes with a side of rice and lemon, steamed rice, lemon, and it's the fried Cajun mojarra. And then on the side we have some Cajun sauce. We ask you how spicy do you want it? Mild, spicy, or extra hot, or non-spicy? Our most famous one's pretty much spicy. So we ask the flavor that you want, and then at the end we give it to you on the side, because if you put it on the top, by the time you get home, it's gonna be like aguada, you know. So we give it to you on a little side cup, and then once you get home, you can just pour it on the top and just eat it like that.
Do you guys cater to events? And have you ever had an issue catering?
We do cater to events. I've just been open for about 2 months and a half, or barely open for 2 months and a half. I have been getting emails about events. I have not done an event yet, other than my family's event. Maybe like 2 weeks ago, we had my grandma come over because it was one of my tio's birthday, and my dad's like, let's do it. So we literally put a table in the middle, and we added a bunch of Cajun seafood in the middle, and that's pretty much it.
How about private parties?
Private parties, I can do private parties, but like I said, I haven't gotten an email yet or anything like that.
But ever had a bad experience at a private party catering?
A bad experience at yes. So actually, a couple years back, when I was a vendor from my house, you know how I would sell on the weekends and stuff like that. I got a message from a famous rapper. I don't want to say names, but I got a message from a famous rapper asking if I wanted asking if I wanted to cater, and I was kind of like iffy about it, because first of all, that day I had to work, right? It was literally a couple hours before I had to go into work. Second of all, it was last minute. Third of all, I hadn't bought anything. I still had to go to the stores, buy everything. Fourth of all, it was going to be in Newport Beach at a yacht. So that already was just a lot to me, you know, and I had said no a couple times, and that person kept on insisting, come on, like, you know, we'll pay you this and this and that. So at the end, I was just like, all right, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to do it. So I went to go ahead, and I called my boss at the time, and I told him, you know what, I can't make it to work today. I had an emergency. I had to make something up. Obviously, I'm not going to tell him what I'm going to do, you know? Yeah. So I had an emergency, and so I ended up calling a friend's little sister if she wanted to come with me. She said, yeah, I had to go pick her up till Sereno. I picked her up. I went to Restaurant Depot. The wife was texting me of the person, and she was asking me, oh, can you also bring me sandwiches and fruits for the kids? And I'm like, yeah, of course, you know. Oh, can you bring me oysters and this and that? So I'm like, yeah, of course. So I just worked with whatever I can, you know. I still had to drive. Keep in mind, I live in Pasadena, so I still had to drive all the way to Newport Beach. I still had to pay for parking. I still had to walk like a couple streets to get to the yacht. And, you know, we did varias vueltas, because we had to go to the yacht, drop things off, go back to the car, grab some things, and go back to the yacht, you know. So I met them there. To start off, it was like a small yacht, you know. Second of all...
Era una lanchita.
Una lanchita, yeah. Second of all, the kitchen was very small, literally for one person, you know. I needed a blender. Like, that kitchen didn't have a blender. It was just such an inconvenience the moment that I got there, but I was like, all right, we're going to work whatever we have. This is going to be good for me, whatever. You know, I called off work. I expected it to be a best day. We were there. We were done. I ended up doing like aguachiles and ceviche sandwiches for the kids, potato salad and fruit, you know. So we were there. And so then once the boat ride was over, keep in mind, after I finished cooking, I was still there for like another hour because the boat ride wasn't finished. So we were there, we finished, and then we packed all of our stuff, and the people that were there stayed there, right, because they're getting their stuff too. So I went to my car to put some of the stuff away. I went back, and the people were gone. They didn't even say bye to me or anything. They were gone. And I was just like, okay. So I told my friend's sister, like, oh, help me grab the rest of, like, we'll go. So we grabbed the rest of the stuff. We went to the car. We put it away. So then I messaged them. And me being a vendor, told them, thank you so much for the opportunity. I hope you like the food, whatever. They didn't reply back, right? A couple of days went by, you know. And I messaged them like, hey, I wanted to know when can I get paid or whatever. And they're like, yeah, how much do I owe you? So I sent them my total. I think I charged them like $500 or $600, right? So I was like, oh, it was $500, $600. I don't remember the exact price, but I told them. And then they didn't reply back. So another day went by, and I messaged them again, like, hey, you guys still haven't paid me. And the wife tells me, I don't even think that's the wife, because they're not even married. But the girlfriend at the time told me, me and this person think. Oh no, she told me, can I get an invoice? Can I get receipts for the stuff you bought? To me, it was like, what do you mean receipts? Like, we don't give receipts. As a vendor, you don't give receipts of what you bought, how much your items are worth. I give you an invoice of what I'm charging you, you know? So I sent her an invoice of what I was charging her. She didn't reply back. 2 days later, she messaged me talking about, me and this person think that it's only fair that we pay you $300. That's what we think your food was worth. So to me, I felt highly offended, because first of all, before before we got there, she was already telling me, "Do you want to get paid promo?" Like, why do I need promo? I don't need promo. Like, you're working hard, you need the money, you got to get paid cash. You know what I mean? You got to get paid what it is. And to me, it already started off as a bad thing. And I remember I messaged the person that booked me talking about, wait, this is promo? I didn't sign up for promo. And he said, no, don't worry, I'm going to pay you. So I said, okay. So that's why I went to the yacht to do the catering, And so afterwards, when she told me that, me and this person think that that we thought it was worth this much. So it was like literally $300. So I got highly offended because first of all, I had to pay the person that came with me $100. So keep in mind, that's already $100. I had to pay my parking, which was $60. I had to pay my gas. That was like $40 from Pasadena to Newport and back. That was like already $200, On top of that, I had to buy the food. I called off work. I still stayed there in the yacht to prepare the food on the site. Like, I feel like $300 to me, like,
It was a slap in the face.
it was a slap in the face. Like, I felt humiliated because it's like, you guys, you guys have money, you guys have all this fame, but when it comes, you guys supposedly support La Raza, Latinos, and vendors, food vendors, but when it comes down to it, you want to pay us in promo or you want to pay us what you thought we were worth?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it was just like, I was so upset. I was like, damn, I cannot believe him. Like, he's always speaking about helping vendors and supporting La Raza because he's Mexicano, he's Latino, this person. And I was just so offended and I just couldn't believe it. That's what they told me I was worth,
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I didn't even reply back to them. I was just so upset that I didn't want to build drama or anything. I'm not the person to cause drama or cause
So they never
a scene.
paid you?
You left it how it is?
They zelled me what they thought was right for me.
That's fucked up because at the end of the day, it's not what you think is worth. You have to pay me for my job. Like, what
Yeah.
I charge for my job. Simple as
Exactly.
that, Like,
And-
fuck what you think.
And me being a vendor, what was I supposed to do? Sue them? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what was I supposed to do? Put them on blast? Like, these famous influencers go to Gucci, go to Balenciaga. They pay full price for their items. You know what I mean? They pay $1,000 for a pair of shoes, but they couldn't pay a vendor $600.
Do you,
For-
do you do contracts now? Ever since then?
So ever since that, I never did a catering again.
Oh, you never-
Like, I never did a catering again. And if I do, like right now, I do caterings for like platters where they can come and pick them up. I always require 50% deposit down. Because to me, it was a learning experience. If I would have known from the get-go, they were only going to pay me $300. You think I would have called off my job and went all the way over there?
Hell nah.
I wouldn't have had, you know what I mean? And then ever since that happened, I just deleted them from Instagram and I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? And to me, it was just like, wow, like, these persons that say they support street vendors and, Latinos, Mexicanos, especially me that I'm dreamer, I'm DACA. I started from the bottom. I literally come from nothing. Like, everything I have is because, I've worked hard for it. And to only pay me what they thought was the right thing to pay me,
Fuck no.
it was just like, wow. I know they're not together anymore because I've seen, but still.
That's their karma.
Like, literally,
karma.
like, it was just so fucked up. And this person's very well known. Like, a lot of people know this rapper. Like, you know what
He's
I mean?
a LA rapper.
Yeah, he's an LA rapper. And a lot of people know this rapper, but to me, it's like, damn, like, you support people according to you posting it on Instagram, your stories, because they be posting stories like this. But when it comes down to it, like,
They don't. Yeah, they preach it, but they don't put it into action. You know what I mean?
exactly, because
Like, fuck that
they
shit.
wanted to pay me with promo. Like,
Nah,
you
that's
think
not
a
right.
hardworking person needs promo instead of
Nah.
the money? Like, no, we need the money.
Pay me what I'm doing my job for. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
The
Yeah.
the promo is a bonus.
Anyways, as y'all can see to my right, we have another guest. Her name is Daniela.
Yes.
O cómo no, ¿le quieres decir quién eres?
So I'm Daniela. I'm Adriana's best friend. We've been friends for a couple years now, and I always tell her I'm her number one fan, her number one supporter. I've been there since the beginning, and I just love seeing her grow, and we're in it to win it. I tell her, take me to the top. So
In it
Yeah.
to win it together. Damn, that's dope. That's good to have a supportive friend like that. You know what I mean? We all need that friend, Just like I have these guys that are together, we do mostly everything together. We need to have that person, you feel me?
You know what? She was talking about her mojarra.
The mojarra? Yeah.
So every time I eat mojarra, I always get a headache.
Really?
I don't know why. It's
Maybe because all
It's
the
weird.
mercury on it?
I don't know, but
It's a mental
Nunca
thing.
falla,
It's a
nunca
mental
falla.
thing, Jaime. It's a mental
No,
thing.
no, it's not even that. It's not even that because I can eat anything else, but mojarras
That's so
for
weird.
some reason siempre me da dolor de cabeza.
Lo
Me da ganas de vomitar.
¿Y con la
todo el
cerveza?
tiempo. Con la cerveza se compone. Con la cerveza se compone.
Con la cerveza se compone todo. Todos sabemos eso. Nah, I sound like an alcoholic saying that. Hell no.
Hey, you don't sell alcohol? You
We
cheddar?
don't know. You're not
No?
allowed to.
You
No,
know.
we don't know.
Okay, so are you gonna have more loncheras, or are you gonna open up more physical stores, or your first physical store?
The plan is to have a restaurant.
A
That's
restaurant?
the goal. That's
Oh,
the
okay.
goal. Correct.
Nice. So where do you see yourself like 10 years from now?
Owning, for sure, definitely owning multiple restaurants.
Nice.
Multiple restaurants.
Yes.
And you want to expand just here in California, here in LA, or just all over?
No, just here in California because honestly, es una chinga. Like, you know what I mean? And you want to make sure your quality is still there instead of expanding everywhere and you're not going to know who's going to make what. They're not going to make it right. You know, you need to be able to make sure that the quality is there, quality control.
Quality over quantity.
Correct.
Yep. Damn, that's smart. I feel like because a lot of businesses, I feel like fuck up in that aspect
Yes.
because they try to open everything and just like we were talking about earlier about like how much seasoning you put in everything. Les vale verga, just as long as you get the food out. You know what I mean?
Correct, yes.
And that's where they lose a lot of clientele too because.
Yes.
Specifically me, like if I go to a restaurant, and it's happened to me to a few restaurants where I go and I try the food, I'm like, hell yeah, it's good. I'm gonna come back. I go and it's every time I go, it's just getting like it's less
Weaker and weaker.
It's not the same
No le
anymore. And I'm like,
echan
what the
tantas ganas.
hell? And I feel like it's because of that because
Yeah.
they're growing, so they're like, okay, we don't really care as long as we get you the food and that similar taste. You get me?
Correct, yes.
And I feel like a lot of people fuck up right there, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. I might be wrong.
Yes, it's true.
You know?
I believe that people that que say, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that. It's because those are the people que le ponen mucha sal, or they use ranch on everything, or some sort of
So you're trying to
seasoning.
say you're trying to say I'm like that?
I don't know, but
First of all, I don't like ranch.
I love ranch.
I
hate
love.
ranch.
I could drink ranch
They could tell
like
you
that,
every
as
time
a
we
beverage.
go any time we go to any place that has ranch, they always grab my shit. They don't even need to ask me because they already know I'm not gonna get that shit. I don't like ranch.
Yeah.
I don't like ranch at all. I don't know. Like ranch is something I don't like.
yeah. I mean, es que like you need to taste the food as como la sacan, pero si le empiezas a echar like condiments or something extra, you're not tasting the real flavor anymore.
Right.
You have to try it first, and then if it needs more salt, then you got a little bit more salt. You know, because there's people that like their food salty. There's people that don't really like salty food, or maybe you want more seasoning. You add, whatever you want, or you ask for your extra, ingredients on the side. And
That is true, and then everybody has different tastes. Like
Yeah.
everybody,
Yeah.
like there's some foods that you like that you guys might like that I don't like. You know what I mean? Like there's some
Correct.
that are saltier. I don't know. Everybody has a
este ve
different
come
taste.
puros chicken nuggets.
Puros chicken nuggets.
Con ketchup.
Como Yaritza y sus hermanos. Puro chicken. Puro chicken.
Puro chicken nuggets. Do you sell chicken nuggets?
I actually sell chicken tenders.
tenders.
Chicken
Chicken
tenders
tenders?
with French fries. Correct.
That's
Does
smart
she
for,
work
for
with
the
you?
kids.
Does she work with me? No, but she did go for a couple times.
I
when I
go
yeah.
volunteer de vez en cuando,
Yeah.
de vez en cuando.
Cuando
When I
se
have-
aburre. Cuando se aburre.
Cuando me
Yeah.
aburro,
Correct.
pues I voy a checar el negocio, you
Yeah.
know? But I have a question for you. I want you to tell us and explain to everyone what's the main purpose behind Hot Shrimp Mami? What motivates you? What keeps you going?
I think what motivates me is my family, definitely. Growing up, like I said, I'm a dreamer. I'm Daaka. I came here when I was 3-4 years old. So ever since we were little, we didn't have much. We grew up in poverty. Like, only my dad working and my mom staying at home. And throughout my school ages, I remember in elementary school, I used to sell candy. I started selling candy at school, chocolate bars. I would get them at Smart and Final. I'll make profit $12 off of each box. So with that money, I remember I bought my mom like a birthday present for her birthday. From there, after school, we didn't even have a TV. Growing up, we didn't have a TV. So I remember after school, I would be selling buñuelos. My mom would make us buñuelos. So me and my brother after school would go knocking door to door selling buñuelos. And I remember this one time I came across this house and I knocked on the door and I asked the guy if he wanted to buy buñuelos. He asked me, does it have sugar? Because I'm diabetic, and I can't have no sugar. I'll literally die. And I told him, yes, it does, but I'll make you one without sugar. I go home, I tell my mom. The next day, my mom makes me a buñuelo. What I didn't know is that the buñuelo is made out of peloncillo, which contains sugar. So I sold it to the guy for $1 because that's how much they were, $1. Tell me why that same day in the evening, I see the ambulances going to his house, and I was so scared. I remember I told my mom, "Hey, si se murió, y si se murió." We never know what happened to the guy because I never went back to his house, but I was so scared. So con las ventas de los
mataste a alguien.
Yes, so con las ventas de los buñuelos. I remember I ended up buying my first TV for my room, for me and my brother, con las ventas de los buñuelos. And like, that's how I've been, you know, growing up and stuff like that, selling buñuelos, selling candy. They used to call me the candy girl, you know, selling ceviche, aguachiles, all that stuff.
Hustling.
Yeah, hustling ever since I was little. And to me, it's like, I'm glad that I come from where I am. Because of that, I am the person that I am today, you know, because a lot of people that were born here, not saying that, I'm not talking shit, but a lot of people no aprovechan de la situación que tienen, you know, de los beneficios que tienen, and they don't care. You know what I mean? Like, when I first got my DACA, I was so excited. I went to go get my driver's test that same week. I passed it. Like, you know, it's something that motivated me that I need to get done because I need to. You know what I mean? For example, my sister, on the other hand, she's 19 years old. She still hasn't gotten her driver's...
20. She's 20.
She still hasn't gotten her driver's license. No es algo que le importa a ella. You know what I mean? Pero cuando algo te importa a ti and you want it...
You go get it.
You go get it. Exactly. You go get it. You know what I mean?
I feel like you're 100% right on that. Like, we have like everything, you know what I mean, and we take it for granted. You know, people that come from other countries or whatever whatsoever, they want it, so they get it. You know what I mean? We take it for granted. There's a few people I know también that like took it, even myself, a lot of shit for granted. You know, that I wish I would have been like took more advantage of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like having friends that like that aren't from here and all this shit too. And I'm just like, damn, like
Yeah.
learning from that.
You
too.
appreciate how
Yeah,
much they
exactly,
work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I feel like I've always had to work twice as hard because since I wasn't born here, I always feel that I have had to work twice as hard. Growing up también, I remember when I started working in los callejones, in the alleys, with my first paycheck, I bought my first cell phone, which was at age 17, 18. That's the time that I got my first cell phone. You know what I mean? You look at my little sister right now, she's 7 years old. She has a tablet. You know, she's always FaceTiming her friends. You know what I mean? And it's stuff that it's like, damn, like, I remember when I did this for this. I remember when this happened. You know what I mean? So I'm thankful that I went through all those things. You know, that's the person that made me today. I'm thankful for it. But most importantly, I do this for my family because I want to be able to give my family the things I never had growing up, or my mom. You know, like I said, we've always struggled. We didn't have much growing up, you know, and now that I'm able to do it, I know I can do it, you know, I want to give my parents that opportunity to have their own house and, you know, have better things than what we did when we were young.
And
Right.
also, they're the ones in the lunch truck, right?
Yeah, my mom, she's there. My mom's there in the lunch truck, and my little sister, the 20-year-old, she's there, and then I'm there. Correct.
Okay. What would you say was the hardest thing for you, like growing up?
The hardest thing for me growing up was probably the hardest thing for me growing up probably was that we would always get evicted. That's one thing I always worried about, the rent. Growing up, like I said, we didn't have much. My dad was the only one working, the man of the household, supporting my mother, me, and my brother, you know. And it was hard. It was hard, especially when it's one person, minimum wage, undocumented. Like, it was really hard. So that's definitely something that I always have in the back of my head that I'll never forget. The struggles. You know, I'm forever grateful for my struggles because that's what made me what I am today.
That's good.
That kind of made you scared of, you know, no, you know, like, basically, sin miedo al éxito, no?
Yeah.
But eso es que you're like, fuck it. Como dices hace rato, you know, you tried it one time with one business.
It didn't
work out.
Y este
But
tiene que funcionar porque
Yeah.
tiene
Yeah.
que funcionar.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I literally invested every single penny I have in this. Like, it has to work out. Like, right now at my home where I stay at, my family, I'm in charge of all the bills. I pay the mortgage, I pay the light bill, gas bill, the phones, the insurances. I'm pretty much the head of the household right
so
now.
your
I pay
thing-
everything.
Your main thing right now is basically sales and food.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Sales and food.
Correct.
Sales.
Yes.
Nice.
Going to your business, how did you build a brand around a food truck?
How did I build a brand around the food truck?
Yeah.
Pretty much. So when I started my business with the Cajun seafood, from there, I just started getting ideas like, okay, what do I need to do? What should I do? When I got the idea of building a food truck, right there and there, I started just thinking of ideas like, all right, it's woman owned, Latina owned, small business owned. Like, you know, I started going around other lunch trucks, seeing other people's lunch trucks, and, you know, a lot of other lunch trucks influenced me. And that's when I was like, you know what, I'm woman owned, Latina owned. I have to put a picture of myself, a portrait. I don't know if you've seen my lunch truck, but there's a portrait of myself
Yeah.
on the front of the bag. Another thing that influenced it was definitely the Cajun seafood, because I'm holding a bag of shrimp, and then I'm holding a crab leg on the other crab on the other hand. So that's another thing that influenced it. The color red. The color red influenced it because it's food. You know, when you see something red, te llama mucho la atención. It's red. You know, you see flames, like llama mucho la atención and stuff like that. So that's another thing that influenced it. And pretty much just taking pictures of the food. You know, cuando uno mira una lonchera con las fotos de la comida, se les antoja, like, oh,
The
your mouth waters.
presentation,
Yeah,
the
mouth watering.
presentation.
Like, I had a lot of people that go to my lunch truck and they start looking at the pictures. Oh, that looks good. And then they go to the other picture and, oh, that looks good till my mouth gets water. All right, you know what? Let me get that one. Like, you know, the pictures. They always go for the pictures.
Yeah,
so
whenever people come up to the lunch truck and I'm at register, they're like, oh, let me get that. So I get out of the lunch truck, I go around and I'm like, okay, what picture? And they point at the picture and they're like, how can I get that? And I'm like, okay, you can build it to your liking.
Yeah.
You can customize it to however you want, but people really go based off those pictures.
pictures, correct.
Yeah.
And the pictures for sure look appetizing. Like
Yeah,
you
believe
look
it
at
or
them.
yeah, believe it or not, for the pictures that I have on the lunch trucks, the ones that are on the wrap, I took those myself with the iPhone. I had to do it from one day to another. The wrap person the designer that was wrapping the lunch truck told me, you have till Monday to give me the pictures. Literally was on a Saturday. I went to go buy everything. I got home. I put a white white table, put white cloth on top of it. I put the seafood, started taking pictures with the iPhone, and I just messed with it. I edited and I sent them to him. And even he was like, how'd you get these pictures? And I'm like, I took it myself. Really? With what? With my iPhone. Oh, they're really good quality, you know? And everybody has complimented the lunch truck. Like, it's really nice.
You do all your marketing?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do my social media. I do TikTok. I do pretty much everything.
Which one's your favorite one right now?
Right now, Instagram.
Instagram?
Well, both Instagram and TikTok. Instagram and TikTok.
Hey, and also I have a question. Why hot shrimp mommy? Shrimp mommy.
Why hot shrimp mommy? Okay,
Yeah.
mommy for for myself,
For you?
and then shrimp because, like I said, it's Cajun seafood, and then hot. It just caught my attention. Hot, like it's
Hot shrimp
spicy. It's hot. It goes with mommy, like, you know.
Do people show up and be like, hey, where's mommy? Where's mommy?
A couple of people have asked me.
People ask me, where's that girl, the one on the lunch truck?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, she's inside there cooking.
And the other day was so funny because some guy, he was all like, oye, es muchacha, la muchacha de la lonchera, la de afuera, no eres tú, ¿verdad? And I'm like, no soy yo, es la dueña. Oh, okay, sí pensé, like, you know. Because sometimes, you know, you're looking busted, you know.
Yeah.
I have long days. I still have another job. I'm still managing my business. You know, I'm still running errands. Technically, I'm working 7 days a week, all day. Like, you know, once you have a business, you're working all day, every day, you know?
Yeah, but it's going to pay off.
And it's not as easy as it looks,
Yeah,
right? I
it's
mean,
not.
you still struggle with, your own personal issues, family issues, work issues.
Correct.
I feel like people think that having a business, I have my own business personally, and people think, oh, you have it all. You're so happy. Like, that's not how it is every day.
What do you do?
I do facials.
Facials?
Yeah.
Okay.
But a lot of people message me all the time. Oh, you're living my dream life. You know, you're traveling, you're eating out good places. Like, that's our distraction. And I always tell her, like, that's what we do to, like, get out and distract ourselves.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that we're happy or we're doing good. That's like our little treat to ourselves.
Yeah, people don't know what was going on behind the scenes.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't know how much work like we put into all this stuff that we do. You know what I mean?
And that's like a treat for us. It's not like we can't do that shit every fucking day, you know?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, talking about your customers, was it hard to get like a loyal customer base? Like,
Gracias a Dios, since the moment we've opened, I have a lot of friends. I talk a lot. I can make friends fast, you know, and thankfully, from the moment I've been open, I've been busy every time I'm there. Like, I network a lot. I have a lot of friends, especially friends in the food industry. I've gotten to meet a lot of people, and, you know, it's all about promoting, marketing. And gracias a Dios, ever since I opened, I've had a good client base, good customers. I've had a couple influencers that go to my lunch truck, post my videos, and, you know, and that's how the word spreads out. And thankfully, I've been good since I've opened.
how do you network like in your business? Like,
Pretty much, like, for example, the other day, right, I went to go get my nails done, and some girl she just started complimenting me, and she's like, oh, where do you work? Oh, I have my own business. Oh, here's my business card. Oh my God, I love this food. I'm gonna tell my family. The next day, she takes her family and her tias. The following day, the tias take the coworkers. Like,
so word of mouth.
Yeah, word of mouth. Literally, I pass business cards. I have business cards. I tell my family, my friends, my other job where I work at as well. They all know that I have a business. Oh, tengan pa que vayan. Oh, sí, vamos a ir. You know. So pretty much it's just word to mouth. Like I said, influencers, family, social media, and stuff like that.
How do you think you can grow your business more? Like, how do you think, like, let's say, like, because I feel like the influencer thing it's a smart idea because like they have followers.
Yeah, of course.
They bring all those people to
Correct.
there. You know what I mean? But what other ways do you feel like it could help your business? What do you think it could help your business grow?
Exposing myself more, like exposing. I feel like I'm so limited with my time because, like I said, I have so much going on and stuff like that. But definitely exposing myself more, posting more content, like sharing and stuff like that for sure.
That is true. I feel like being consistent with like content specifically. I feel like nowadays with whatever you do, you know what I mean?
Correct.
Like it's gonna keep your business growing and wanting more people to come back. Because as soon as they don't see no content, no nothing about you, like they start losing interest. And I'm not gonna lie, we're a perfect example of this. Our group, you get me?
Yeah.
Like we stopped posting because we started focusing on other stuff. And, we started losing like with the gigs and all that stuff. Yeah, exactly, because they didn't start seeing us like playing all this stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like consistency
It's
matters
key.
For
and
sure.
It's key for any business and anything you do.
Yeah, because like when you're scrolling down TikTok and there's a new restaurant, someone posted and like, oh, it looks pretty good. Oh, they went. Where is it? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go. And then you start sharing it with your friends. Let's go to the restaurant this weekend. Like it looks so good and stuff like that.
Right.
So
like
definitely.
the way it looks and the way it tastes, for sure.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
for
that,
sure.
because we like we were telling you about the marketing stuff. So that's what we're saying. Like we can market your stuff, but your food or whatever your product is needs to be good.
Yeah,
You get me?
correct.
Because we can't be. You can't expect nothing good if your product ain't good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Simple
sure.
as that.
Your
Yeah.
food has to sell itself.
Yeah.
What,
Exactly.
what makes Hot Shrimp Mami stand out from the rest of the people?
We are LA's first Cajun seafood truck. That's
Yeah.
what definitely makes us stand out.
But
from
what
the
else?
rest.
What about the food? What makes
It's
you stand out from the rest of
the flavors.
competition.
The flavors, it's different. Like nobody else has what we have. Especially the fried Cajun mojarra. Nobody has that fried Cajun mojarra. As a matter of fact, I saw a couple restaurants post the mojarra and they post it with different sauces. Like, you know what I mean? But nothing like ours.
Are you always coming up with different menus or different?
For the most
Things
part,
like-
when I started, I didn't have the Cajun mojarra. I literally barely put the Cajun mojarra maybe like a month ago. We have new things coming soon. I'm gonna be having a clam chowder soup, lobster soup as well, and we have other things on the menu that I'm gonna be adding right now for the winter as winter approaches and stuff.
So you often
Yeah.
like switch up your menus, like well, not switch it up, but add more.
Add
stuff
more
to
things,
it.
yeah. Little
Right.
by little, I'm adding a little bit more things. It's all seafood, of course. It's all seafood. I won't have like tacos asada, It's gonna stay seafood, but yeah, I'll definitely be adding little by little more stuff to the
Do you
menu.
have specials throughout the week?
I do not, but I am working on that. This week we're gonna start having a lunch special, $14.99. It's a bag of Cajun seafood. It includes mussels, crawfish, and head-on shrimp, peeled shrimp, one corn, and an order of potatoes for $14.99. And I'm thinking, not sure about the times, but it's either gonna be 11 to 2 or 12 to 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
How has running and owning a business truck impacted like your life, your personal life?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. It's taken a toll, definitely, on my mental health. Especially because I don't have time for myself. When I'm not at work, I'm at my lunch truck. When I'm not at my lunch truck, I'm at home dealing with family things, family issues, problems. And, it's definitely taken a lot from my personal life. And I just feel like now I need to balance my separate my life from my business, you know what I mean, from my job, because it's very important,
And you weren't
Right.
expecting that change,
yeah,
right?
I wasn't. I'm very happy. I'm a very happy, energetic person. Like I'm always the go-getter. I'm always energized and everything. But lately, I haven't been feeling like that. Lately, I feel like it's taken a toll on my life. Actually, with my other job that I work, because I do work at another job, I had to cut down my days because it was just too much. It was getting to the point where I'm working every day, all day, all the time, and I just can't handle that right now anymore.
I feel like you're like what you said is right. Like you have to balance your time and know the time for everything. Because I feel like doing everything or a lot of stuff at the same time, it's gonna get to your head. Like
Yeah.
fuck, like you need to balance it out. Like going back to us too, that's what I told them, because we have a few things going on. I was like, hey, like try to balance your time to have things ready too. Because if you have everything se te amontona todo, like sometimes you don't even get the shit done because of that. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Like se te olvidan cosas. Like you just know how to balance it out and know how to manage your time.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you're gonna go crazy, but you could go crazy
Yeah,
for that
you
shit because there's a
could.
lot of shit. And I don't know. Well, technically, yeah, we own a business, right? Our business as
Mm-hmm.
a grupo, but not at your level, like as a restaurant, all that stuff. So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of like shit in your head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You get me? Like fucking from the money to the was this and
Purchasing,
that.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's a lot of stuff in your head. I'm sure. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's a lot. It's like that's why I said from the first lunch trick I learned a lot, and I'm just like I told myself, "Are you sure you want to do this again?" And I'm just like,
Do
I
you have-
had to, like,
Do you have a manager at the moment?
A manager?
Yeah.
No, I pretty much do everything.
Do you
I'm your
plan
manager.
having-
I'm your manager.
Oh, she's your manager?
No, she's not my manager. No, I pretty much do everything myself. I do the marketing, the social media. I buy the product, the inventory. I do inventory. I manage everything that I have. I do register. Pretty much, I do everything.
Do you plan on
myself.
hiring somebody? to
Yeah,
be your
definitely.
manager?
It's in the works, and it's in the works. Like I said, I do have another job, and I have the lunch truck, and I'm just trying to work something out where I have my free time as well. So it's definitely in the works right now.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. You know, you're expanding. You hope to expand, right? Like,
Yeah.
What are your goals for the future for your business? Like expanding, obviously, right?
Expanding, like I said, a restaurant. That's my main goal, to do a restaurant, and possibly other little things that I have in mind, but we'll keep those for later.
Well, when you started the food truck, you always wanted to do. Well, I don't think it was always shrimp, right? Because you said you tried like birria and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
I had
like,
birria.
It was like lo que caiga en comida, or you specifically
No.
said like what I'm good at, like I'm good at birria, I'm good at doing shrimps, or what was it?
No, what inspired the Cajun food truck was that I came up with the idea that nobody has a food truck that sells Cajun seafood. Nobody had it.
Okay.
And when I started selling it from my house, that's when I was all like, hey, wait a minute. This is a good idea. Just like, I just thought about it because, are you guys familiar with like the hibachi? Like, you know how there's Benihana and then all the lunch trucks blew up.
Right.
And one person started it, you know? So I
Right,
was
right.
just like, okay, Cajun seafood, that seems like a great idea. Why don't I start it? Like, and I wanted to be the first one, you know?
And there's always long ass lines
Correct.
for boiling crab, long
Yes.
ass wait time.
Correct. And I was
Yeah.
all like, I want to do that. And that's pretty much what started the idea. Like, all right, I can do it. How am I going to do it? I don't know, but I'm going to do it. And here I am.
And here you are.
Correct,
And
yes.
and the crazy part about that is that I'm not gonna lie, like there is, don't get me wrong, like other Cajun places, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's not like a lot. Like, to be honest, like let's say there's one franchise, right? They only have like 2-3 spots, and that's it. You know, one here, one in like Downey, one in Long Beach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the food truck idea. I think it's perfectly like good.
Yeah.
You just have to expand to other places,
Yeah,
right?
correct,
And
correct.
that's gonna blow up.
Are you
That's
going
it.
to go into any more night markets, or are you planning on doing any more
Right now
events?
I'm trying to be consistent where I'm at, like, you know, because I have, like I said, I have my actual clients that go to me. A couple of weeks ago I went to a 909 market, and a lot of my clients were calling me, where are you? We're here. Like, are you guys closed today? And I feel like that kind of messed me up, because when I came back on Sunday, people still thought we were over there. You know what I mean? So, I mean, not on Sunday, the following week. So I feel like you need to be consistent where you're at, where you're parked, and just be consistent. Even if it's slow, there's going to be good days, bad days. But I mean, you know what I mean? It'll eventually, everything will pay off.
What's up, guys?
Oh shit,
I'm
you back? You back? What
I'm
the
back.
fuck? ¿Dónde andabas, güey?
¿Dónde saliste, güey?
Dormido.
Fui para el baño y me perdí, la neta. Es que estos estudios están grandísimos. Por si no saben, estamos en Pirate Studios.
We don't.
Si van a venir a grabar un podcast, no vengan a grabar un podcast aquí porque su sistema vale verga.
Verga, estamos grabando. Enséñale, güey. Just pick it up and show them where you fucking.
All right, we got this on Amazon for $150.
And we can't record with the shit in the bottom because you're hearing us. Where's the camera? You're hearing us. The shit. And then look at this stand. Fuck, bro.
And we had to improvise. Look, first of all, they didn't have a USB cable for this shit right here. All right, that mic wasn't working. The fucking stand was fucked up. Then I didn't have a fucking long cable for my computer. Then I had to improvise, and for some reason it worked. I had to use my laptop charger, and it worked on this shit right here because I didn't have any batteries. So, you know, at the end of the day, we made it work. So
We improvised and made it work.
we always make it work. 'Cause
Hell yeah.
Entre Humo Y Charlas, you already know how we do it, bro.
Hell yeah.
Enojados, pero aquí estamos.
After making you wait for 2 hours, my bad. You know, fuck
pero,
that.
pero yo sabía que ella estaba enojada porque she was like,
she was like that, and she was like this.
Aquí estamos porque aquí fue donde Dios nos puso.
she was like, ya estoy aquí. I'm just fucking-
Ya me iba a ir, güey. Estaba así de puntito de irme.
No, mames.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. ¿Y cómo la ves, Beto?
So far, it's been a really good session. What do you think about it?
I think it's been a really great session, too.
Have you ever been on like a podcast or something like this, like where the interview or something?
No, I have not.
So it's your first time, something like this?
Yeah, it's
huh?
my first time. I mean, I've been interviewed. Well, you know what? When I did my lunch truck wrap, they did kind of like tell me a little bit about your story, which I did, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I believe so.
Have any like news or anybody like that try to reach out to you to be, like
yes.
shout you out or something?
Pasadena. Well, actually, Pasadena Media reached out to me. I'm supposed to go ahead and do an interview with them as well, probably like in the next couple of weeks or so.
I was going through the Instagram of that and of the food, and I seen like they posted you too on like a, what was it, like a article or something?
It was like an article, yeah. It was an article for Pasadena, just pretty much talking about that.
Te estaban buscando la policía.
La mira, no, I'm just kidding. Pretty much just saying that I'm the new, the new lunch truck that's in town, and that people should come and try it. That it's so good. That I'm like, what everyone's talking about right now.
That's fucking dope. Hey,
Yeah.
getting shout out by the city.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
that's fucking dope.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we should hit him up too to shout us out too, huh?
Yeah.
Entre Humo Y Charlas.
How'd you pull that off?
What do you mean?
Yeah. How'd you get shouted out by the city?
I don't know. They just did it.
They just pulled
I
up?
had no idea until one time I was fixing like the Google and the Yelp, and I put Google hot shrimp, and a bunch of hot shrimp mommy things come out, like Instagram, TikToks, and stuff like that. And then in the bottom, I was just scrolling down of all the things, and then in the bottom it said like the article. I clicked on, and that's how I found the story. But I had no idea.
Hey, you don't promote your business on TikTok or like Facebook or something?
Yeah, actually, I have TikTok. So I started promoting on TikTok a while back, but I started with like dumb videos, like funny videos on TikTok, and eventually I ended up going viral, and then I ended up posting a video of my dad as well, and he went viral. That video had over 2 million followers, and that's how I started getting a lot of following and stuff like that. So lately I've been posting my story like on TikTok and stuff like that. So a lot of people have been finding my business through TikTok and stuff as well.
That's dope.
What's like the perfect timing of posting on TikTok?
Honestly, some people say it's in the night. Some people say it's in the morning. But honestly, I feel like I've had good luck. It's pretty much like a lot of people, like the other time we went to eat and some guy was all like, oh, I know who you are. You're famous on TikTok. Like, I've seen you. I've seen your truck. So pretty much, honestly, I don't know. I feel like it's all your luck or it's all your content. You know what I mean? Because before I would post random times after work or during work or in the morning, and all my videos would go viral back to back. Like the funny ones,
Yeah.
But I honestly believe that it's honestly, I have no idea. It's probably just you,
It is random as fuck because when we were at a gig, we did a stupid. It was improvised. We were just playing, and I'm pretty sure you guys seen the video of like the Indian people where it's like the ding 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 ding.
Oh yeah. I have.
So I got my friend, the accordion player. He started doing it. He started like doing it on the accordion and singing it.
Yeah.
But okay. We need to let somebody in, huh? Anyways, so like I was saying, like he was singing it. He was like,
Ya cerramos.
anyways, like I was saying, so he was singing. He was singing at the like the and the I don't know how to say it.
Punjabi.
But Punjabi, yeah, the Punjabi song. And I started playing the guitar like biding, 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 biding. And then like he just got his phone and started recording it and shit. And then he started recording, and the people started getting lit, like dancing, like hey, And he posted it, and that shit was going viral for in like 2 days. That shit got like 65K. And de repente like they deleted it for like we're like what the fuck? We're like for what reason? You know what I mean?
reason.
And we've tried to post even videos like of our music, like whatever. It gets like shadow banned or something. Like it just get like 200 views, 500 views. But with that shit, it blew up, and we gained a lot of followers and all that shit. But still, like, so it is fucking random.
Yeah,
it's like random
it's weird.
Time.
I feel like they control that. I feel like they control like the views and the likes and all that stuff for sure.
Lo que pasa, güey, es que la gente quiere ver puras pendejadas.
Yeah.
That is
Neta
true,
que
güey.
sí.
Neta que sí.
Como los hindús que suben videos haciendo albercas en el pinche cerro, they get like 300,000 fucking
They don't
views
get
and likes.
they get millions.
They got
of
millions,
views, bro.
millions.
Shit, bro, crazy.
For
Bro,
sure.
bro, esos güey les va mejor que nosotros, güey.
I'm
Te
about to
juro,
start doing
güey.
that shit in my backyard, bro.
Yeah. Your backyard.
Backyard.
Building some fucking castles right there in the back.
Hey, bro, fuck it, güey. I'll help you out, güey.
No te pongo rojo, güey.
Right? What's a funny situation you've been put on?
A funny situation I've been put on.
Yeah.
One time I got chased by a mountain lion. Me and an old friend of mine, we went to the Hollywood sign on a Monday, and when we went to the hike, it was a very hard hike, and I only noticed like 3 people during the whole hike. Long story short, we finished the hike, we left. The next day, she's like, let's come back. It was a workout. The next day, we go back, and we had our earphones on, and she was right behind me, and she taps on me, and I'm like, what's going on? She's like, I hear something in the bushes. And I'm like, girl, it's probably a lizard. So I put my earphones back on and she tells me, no, take one off. So I'm like, all right, this bitch, you know? So I take one earphone on, we're walking, she's right behind me and she taps on me again. By this time the sun was going down. So I had my flashlight on. She taps me and she's like, there's someone coming. Let me get in front of you. And I'm like, all right. So she comes in front of me and then I turn around and I look down. There was a mountain lion right there. And I was just like, oh shit. And we ran and we fell to the side of the mountain. We fell to the side of the mountain. And I texted one of my friends at the time. He was a U.S. Marine. I texted him, what do I do when I see a mountain lion? And he told me, run, bitch, run. And to me, it was like, what the like, I'm about to die here. Like, me va a comer un pinche león, like, you know? So what I did, I was just like, you know what, fuck that. I'm going to call 911. So I called 911. The call kept on dropping. We kept on hearing things in the bush. Me and my friend were like so scared. We were behind each other. So there's like 4 helicopters looking for us. Remember, we're in the Hollywood signs. So there's like 4 different mountains and the helicopters were on that one, the other one, but ours. So one of them was passing by and I told my friend, put your flashlight on and let's flash them. So the helicopter was coming by. We flashed him. They put the ladder down and we went up the ladder. And then they took us to like the side of the mountains. We got off and then that's when a whole bunch of we saw the other mountain. And there was like 10 cop cars going up the mountain like with rifles and everything. Yeah.
What time was it?
It was already like 8. It was cuando se mete el sol temprano. Yeah, se mete el sol temprano. We didn't get a ticket. They just wanted to ask us what did the animal look like? Like, you know, it turned out to be, it was P22. You can search him up on Google. I think he just passed away, to be honest. But
Because of you?
No, it's pretty much a mountain lion.
P22 is a lion?
Mountain lion, yeah. You can search him up, P22. They have an anchor monitor on him, an anklet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it turned out to be,
like,
it was that mountain
like
lion. Yeah. And they said that once it gets that close to you, it's either getting ready to attack or to eat. So they told us never go hiking dawn or dusk. And ever since there, I've never went hiking again. Fuck that. I'm scared now.
Hey, fuck that.
Pero ¿quién se asustó más? ¿El león o tú?
Honestly, I think me.
Yeah?
Yeah, but the mountain lion was nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found.
That's
Yeah.
fucking wild. I have an experience too when I went high as fuck though. Like I went on an edible. We went hiking. It was like dawn already too. Like it was like 6, almost 7. And we're going up too, and it gets dark as fuck. And then we just hear like you said, like something like whatever, you know. And then I feel like we're all tripping because we were faded as fuck. And one of my homies was like, nah, it's a yellow monkey. And I was like, a yellow monkey? I was like, what the fuck? A yellow monkey? Like, what is it going to be doing here? You gave me like, you're stupid. I was like, nah, it has to be like a coyote or some shit. You get me? And then we just...
A yellow monkey.
A yellow monkey, bro. That's what tripped me the fuck out. I'm like, what the fuck? A yellow monkey out here? I'm like, you tripping.
You're
It's like,
tripping,
he's like,
yeah.
nah, shit, it's up there. And then we see him like, nah, it's like, it straight up look like a dog. You get me?
Yeah.
Something I think it's like a coyote, you know? But that's the experience I have with too, like getting fucking scared
Maybe a
of like all that
fox?
shit. Maybe a fox too. Yeah. Fuck that.
It was probably
like,
a hyena.
like to tell you, never
Could've
go
been a
at
zebra.
that time.
Could have been
Yeah.
a zebra.
A deer, bro.
A deer,
I think it was a hyena, bro.
Probably. Nah, that's wild. Fuck no. Nah, like hiking in the night. Nah, in the
It's
morning I'm down,
scary.
but fucking in the
It's
night.
scary. You never know. Mother Nature, you never know who's there. A bear or something. That's scary.
Sale pues para terminar la sesión hoy, el día de hoy, ¿verdad, Beto? ¿O no?
Se acabó el día, pero la noche no.
Where we at?
Where we at, huh? Nah,
Yeah.
pero si le pudieras dar un consejo a las personas que tienen DACA, ¿cuál consejo les darías tú?
Definitely don't give up. There's so much more you can do, and now that we have been given the opportunity to have DACA, to have a social and work here legally work here in the USA, it's definitely a win for us. So definitely don't give up. Go after your dreams and work hard, and as much as you can to finish those dreams and to accomplish your dreams.
I agree with that. And again, thank you for coming out, speaking to us, letting us know about your business. It was pretty interesting. We're gonna have to go try that out, huh? Because it looks good.
Yes.
It looks good. It should be good. It should be good.
It's good.
It's good. Come by.
Come by. And with that being said, can you let them know where they can find you?
Yeah,
your food
you
truck?
guys can find us at 1879 North Lake Avenue in the city of Pasadena, Altadena. We're there Wednesday through Sunday, 11 to 9. So come and check us out.
Hell yeah. Check them out.
Follow us on social media, Hot Shrimp Mami.
Hot Shrimp Mami. You want to give them your personal Instagram too if you want? If not,
No,
it's cool. All
just
right.
my business. It's the most important one.
There you go. Okay. And what, ¿quieres decir algo tú? Mira, you're hissing over here. What, ¿qué quieres decir? A ver.
No, nada, como estaba diciendo el compa Kevin. Y asegúrense también de ver nuestros podcasts por YouTube, Spotify, Deezer Amazon Music. Estamos streaming por todas esas plataformas.
Por todas las plataformas, de todas. búsquenos.
www.entrehumoycharlas.com. Y de nuevo, muchas gracias a Hot Shrimp Mami. Se llama, por si no saben, se llama Adriana. Muchas gracias por...
Bonita as fuck. No.
Bonita as fuck, como pueden ver.
Casi no está buena, ¿verdad?
A mí, comparen, ahí tienen Ahí tienen.
Ay, qué malo se está poniendo.
Parece un Dubalín.
Ay, qué malos.
Damn, bro, I'm gonna go
Se está
home
poniendo
now, bro.
azul.
Sorry, bro, sorry. Hey, you know we love you. We love you. Un beso, irá.
No, bro. That's fucked up, bro.
Nah, pero como dijo él, búsquenlos and follow us everywhere. Entre Humo y Charlas. Follow her too. Follow her. Say
Hot
it
Shrimp
again.
Mami.
There you go. Follow her. Follow us.
Y de nuevo, muchas gracias por venir y por tomarte el tiempo de venir a platicar con nosotros.
And also to the special guest también. No se puedes olvidar, to
Ahí está en la esquina.
To Daniela.
to Michelle.
Licenciada, Daniela.
Licenciada.
Licenciada.
La licenciada cuidando sus terrenos, cuidando su contrato.
Pero
Va sobre la
Así.
herencia.
también, ¿verdad? Pero como les dije, ahí nomás quedó otro episodio más entre Humo y Charlas. ¿Cómo no?
Chao.